Okay, so I guess I have to say welcome. So this is Trent and I's presentation on the mural assignment that we're going to do, essentially our app that we're going to show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to share my screen with you. And this is basically what our assignment is going to be about. Is going to be about Mural. We'll get into what Mural here is in a second, but essentially what we're going to be focusing on, or what our collaboration with is, we want you to kind of understand how collaborative work works with students, and how this can best be used to enhance cognitive thinking and higher order thinking, and essentially move away from a teacher role in a classroom and let students kind of become their own teachers, and the teachers step away and they become essentially a coach with a student. Uh, this is to help student growth and student learning. So we listed our standards here to kind of give you guys a idea of the reason we chose this, and basically we'll go over them real quick. So 4A is you dedicate planning time to collaborative with colleagues to create authentic learning experiences through leverage technology. Leverage technology essentially would be what we're learning on right now, internet technology. 4B is going to be collaborate and co-learn with students to discover and use new digital resources and diagnose and troubleshoot technology issues. So 4B is basically talking about, as a teacher, you're co-learning with your students, you're discovering something new, and both of you are learning a new digital resource together, which sometimes in a classroom can be exciting for students, because at that point they can help out a teacher and be like, oh, look at this, look, I know how to do this, let me show you how to do it. 5A is use technology to create, adapt, and personalize learning experiences that foster independent learning and accommodate learner differences and needs. So what we're doing right now, we are accomplishing learner differences and needs. Students that may have trouble with essentially reading, we are talking right now, so that will help them be able to learn that. Uh, Students are going to learn how to adapt to use collaborative learning away from the classroom and use an app like Mural, where teachers can use an online resource. So for example, if you wanted to give them homework and you wanted to make it collaborative, you can do that by using this app instead of doing it and having them come in and do it in class with a teacher. 5B is design authentic learning activities that align with content area standards and use digital tools and resources to maximize active, deep learning. Basically, this is what we're doing today. Students are going to learn, I say students, teacher candidates are going to learn how to use digital resources to maximize active and deep learning. So you guys can help students learn better in the future with online resources. And 5C is explore and apply instructional design principles to create innovative digital learning environments that engage student learning. So today we'll do a mock activity, or I will have you guys do a mock assignment, and that is going to kind of let you learn and create an innovative thing that you may or may not be able to apply to in a classroom with prior principles or prior standards that you're teaching your students throughout your lessons. So what is Mural? Mural is a digital workspace for visual collaboration. Based in the cloud, Mural provides shared visual whiteboards where teams can visually explore complex challenges, facilitate design thinking methods, and organize process across any device. Design thinking methods will essentially cause students to do higher order thinking, because they are learning amongst themselves and they're teaching themselves by reading what other students post. So in our bullet points, we have work is done within a mural, where you can map all kinds of content. Think of it like a giant canvas where you can customize anything the way you want. Zoom in to see detail, or zoom out to get the big pictures. You can zoom in on specific content, or you can zoom out and look at what everybody's posted, or you can pan around to explore your content. This helps get a better sense of the thoughts and ideas you're working with. Why is Mural important? Basically, Mural helps teachers and students do class discussions or collaborative work together instead of doing direct instruction. Students learn better when they have collaborative thinking. Um, It also promotes 21st century learning, and also students learn better when they have other examples to look at. So when students have examples where they can see other students' ideas, it kind of gives them a sense where they can see what their colleagues are posting or what their classmates are posting and kind of learn from it instead of the teacher telling you, hey, this, and this is what you need to know. They kind of pick up and can take away from that and apply their own way or understanding. So, like I said earlier, students learn through collaboration. It helps with social skills. Barron and Hammond, in their article they posted, talked about this. Students basically share ideas. Like I stated earlier, students kind of collaborate with each other. And also, like I stated earlier, the teacher becomes a coach and a helper. So instead of direct instruction, the teacher's kind of coaching the students like, hey, let's look at this and see how we can do better at this, instead of saying, hey, this is what you need to know. I want you to answer this question, put it in. And also students work together. So I'm going to kind of transition this over to Trent, and he's going to give you guys an idea of what you can do and how to sign up for Mural and how to create a assignment. So give me 1 second and I will transition it back over to Trent. Okay, Trent, now you have it.
All right, let me share my screen really quick. All right, I believe it is sharing. Okay, so pretty much with Mural, to create a mural, you have to sign up using an email. And with students nowadays having their own laptops and stuff and counting emails, this should be no problem for them to do. And once you get into Mural, you are able to create an assignment as a teacher or as a student, work on assignments. So to get to Mural, I just kind of sent the link right here within the PowerPoint. So we're going to go to this link, and it should take you to a website that looks something like this. Now, I've already signed up for a Mural, but if you have not, you just hit sign up or start now for free, and you just enter your email and your password, just like any other website or anything else that you sign up for. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit sign in. And it will take me to my own Mural page. Now here I have already created a mural, but if you would like to create your own personal one, all you have to do is click on this tab, and you could either create a blank mural, or they have a bunch of different templates that you could use just based on whatever subject you are wanting to teach. But since I already have one, I'm just going to show you all this one real quick. And this is a mural I threw together. Pretty much has 4 assignments on it. It has a Venn diagram, 2 pictures to analyze, and a discussion. And what you could do, you could go up here and hit share. And once you created your mural, you could share it with the student's email address, so that way they could have access to it via email and go through and edit everything. So going back to creating the mural, I'm going to show you how I created what I did. So I went here, went to blank mural. And pretty much what it gives you is a whole template, just a blank page, a blank canvas where you can do whatever you want. If you are to go up here to the text in the upper left part of the screen, you click on text, add a title, and create the title of your assignment or whatever you want to do. And for the last one I did, it was French versus American Revolution. So I created the topic of my assignment, and you can move it anywhere you want. I'm just going to put it up at the top. And from the last one, as you saw, I had the students creating a Venn diagram. So to add more things within the mural, you could use these tabs, and to create shapes and circles like a Venn diagram, you click on this tab, go down to this circle, and create a circle. And to make it easier, I'll just copy and paste this so I have two circles that are the exact same size. So there I have just created a Venn diagram. And as you can see, I still have a bunch of space left over to add more assignments like I had before. So with this Venn diagram, students could zoom in on this, and let's say we're talking about the similarities and differences of the American and French Revolution. So on this left side, we could add another text box, and we could make it French. Make it big so they could see, and move it over here. And then obviously the other side would be the American. And when students fill this out, what they could do, they could add sticky notes. And the cool thing about this is you could either assign like colors for a student. So let's say you have a student and his name is John. So John has the yellow sticky notes. So that way, as a teacher, you know, hey, John did the assignment because the yellow sticky notes are showing, or you could just have them put their name or whatever you want to do to help show that the students had done their assignment. And pretty much they could type, post, or whatever they want in there, and then drag that sticky note to the proper side. So if they're saying facts about the French Revolution, John could just drag his sticky note over here and have list the facts or information needed for that. And the whole class could collaborate on this. So John could say something, and then another student could get a good idea from John and build off that. And what you could do to build off that is you could add a comment. So John says something like, the French Revolution, it was the people overthrowing the government. Well, someone else had another idea about it, wants to go into more depth about what John said. So they could go add a comment, and they could enter the comment within the sticky note. So it goes into more detail about what event John was talking about. So that's how you could create the Venn diagram. You could also go through and add pictures in here. So one of the pictures I had on my previous screen was the Boston Tea Party. And it uses Google to search images and stuff that you could just simply click on and drag over to your mural. And from there, you can create another assignment within whatever you want, and students could, once again, add sticky notes and talk about that assignment. So I'm going to go back and show you this. So we have the full assignment of the American French Revolution with the Venn diagram, two primary sources, and a discussion where students could zoom in to see the individual assignment, or they could zoom out to see all the assignments and the whole picture of what is being discussed. So that is how Mural works. You could use it this was just easy for history using Venn diagrams, a discussion, and a couple pictures that students could discuss, but you could use it for any subject you want to talk about. You could be however you want to be. You could be as creative as you want, and using Mural. So with that, that is just a rundown on how you could create your own mural, and just the templates you could use and how you could customize everything, and how students are able to interact with not only the assignment, but with each other in real time. So with that, I'm going to stop sharing my screen and send it back over to Jacob.
Okay, so basically what we want you guys to do, and I'll show you right here, we would essentially like you to create a mock assignment. So if you'll just sign up with your UTC email and just kind of create a mock assignment, because as teacher candidates, it is very good for us to learn how to utilize new technology in order to make it easier for students, especially when it comes to creating assignments for them in the future. Hopefully that you'll be able to use Mural in the future. Like we stated earlier, this would be a good idea to increase their cognitive thinking and kind of like their higher order thinking. So they're essentially creating things instead of just memorizing it and repeating it on a piece of paper. So if you will create a mock assignment for us on Mural, and if you could please copy the URL link and just post it on the discussion board on Canvas, that's basically it. So that's what we would like you to do, and hopefully what you gain from this, hopefully what you see is that this is a good tool to use for collaborative learning, collaborative thinking. It'll help students kind of like move away from the usual setting of just being in a classroom and having a teacher tell them to do something or to read something, and they're kind of getting to play around and discover what's something a little bit new and learn from it. And they're learning from their classmates also. So hopefully this will help you as a teacher candidate in the future. And we thank you for joining us today. We thank you for giving your time to us, and we hope that you enjoyed this presentation. So thank you.